Cavs are able to tie the series 104-100, 2-2. LeBron's got to be relieved. He simply could not go down 3-1. Even though a lot of people say, well, he's been down 3-1 in NBA Finals. Yes, he has. But at the same time, that was 2 years ago against a different team. Now let's just talk about last year. He was down 3-1 last year. What happened? He got closed out. Game 5. So you can't always be like relying on the fact that you've been down 3-1 before. Like that's not really something you should be echoing that sentiment every single time. Like, I've been down 3-1 before. Like that was a once in a lifetime situation where you came back from. That's the first team to ever do it in the finals. So it's not something to really be bragging or boasting about, especially when there's suspensions involved. But they were able to tie the series, which is really great for them. This gives a sigh of relief to the role players like Clarkson, Nance, Kyle Korver, and stuff like that. And even J.R. Smith, who had 12 points, Korver had 18. Everybody has been talking about how awful the role players have been playing. So for them to get this kind of win, gritty, must-win game, and the fact that Kyle Korver sparked it in the fourth quarter, what bodes well for the Cavs' confidence. Because now they go into Game 5 thinking, hey, we're back at home. We play better at home. We know how Indiana plays. We've been able to stem the tide. We got home court advantage. 2 of the games are going to be on our home court. So they feel like they got all the edge, all the advantage, and we got the best player in the series. So this is a really great win for the Cavs. And as much, they did what they had to do to win the game, but I felt like Indiana let them off the hook. And for Indiana and Indiana fans, I feel like last night was the Indiana's last chance to actually put their foot on the Cavs' necks and try to take control of the series fully, and at least have a 60% chance of winning the series. Now I don't think, even though it's 50-50, because the series is tied 2-2, I don't feel like the Pacers have enough to win the series, period. I feel like all their confidence is gone. They don't know when the Cavs are going to double or not double. Great job by Tyronn Lue. So that whole, we're going to get whatever we want whenever they double, that's not going to work because they don't know when the double team is coming because LeBron James is playing the quarterback and the defense. So that's tough within itself for them. So at the end of the day, I feel like Pacers' best shot was Game 4, and of course they played from behind. The only game I feel like they didn't play from behind is Game 1. Game 2 they were behind. Game 3 they were behind. They erased the 17-point deficit. This game they were behind. They can't keep getting behind. Can't keep getting behind due to the simple fact that Cavs haven't even exploded offensively. Offensively, Cavs can play better than this. So it's basically been a grind out game, and the Pacers have to take advantage of this while they can. And that's why I feel like their best shot was Game 4, but they didn't win the game because they came on too late. And here's the problem with them. This is all against all the teams that play LeBron James in the playoffs. They play like every possession doesn't matter. Sometimes they just don't take their time. You have to take your time against a skilled team. Against a team that's been to the finals, 3 straight years. LeBron James has been to the finals 7 straight years, whatever the case is. You have to take your time. You have to execute. The ball has to move. You saw Nate McMillan in the huddle. Come on, guys, move the basketball. Let's do the things that we know that we have to do to win. And they would just hold the ball. When Victor Oladipo would give it up in the pick and roll, other guy will hold the ball, like play hot potato, like because he was so scared. And it was so annoying to watch. And right then and there, I knew, like, okay, they're not winning this game. No matter what they do, no matter how close they get, they're just going to make foolish mistakes. They're not going to value possessions. And that's how they lost the game. Lance Stevenson get a travel. It was like after a Cleveland turnover. And think about this. They could have got some points off that. They would have had like a 4-point lead or something, a 5-point lead, but maybe a 4 to 5-point lead going into the fourth. And that could have helped them. But it's just like those small mistakes, ending quarters, starting quarters, making sure that you run plays instead of running down the court and turning the ball over like they did. They had a bunch of turnovers. In the first half, I think Cavs had at least 15 points off of turnovers. And that's why I was just like looking at it like this is a game you could have capitalized. A lot of pressure on the Cavs. They didn't score very well. Guys, third quarter they played horribly, and they didn't. They had like a 1 point lead at one point, but they could never. Pacers could never sustain a lead, and that's why that's gonna be the downfall of the series. Because I think now they kind of figured out Victor Oladipo. He struggled mightily, and that's kind of the thing when we're like, okay, is this the next superstar? He gives us a great game, gives us a bad game. Gives us a great game, gives us a bad game. So we need to find that consistency, but that also has to do with the Cavs defense. So these next couple of games, I mean, you know, I said Cavs in 5, but it looks like it's going to be Cavs in 6. I might be wrong. Let me know what you feel like below. But I don't see them coming out of the series because I think all their confidence is gone now. It's gone because the Cavs, this whole series, they haven't played well. The games they've won and stuff, even, you know, the second game 2 and 197, the Cavs haven't played well. Even LeBron, he's had pretty solid, great numbers for himself, but he hasn't played well. So once they get their footing, the guys are going back home and have more confidence. 2 of the last 3 games, possible last 3 games are in the Cavs home court. I look for them to close this out.